What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and it is hot as hot can be out. I am sweating just standing here. So we're going to get through this video. I'm going to try not to make it too long, even though this is a long wheelbase Lincoln Town Car. It's a 2009 Signature L, 45,000 miles. Now, I know you just saw my 20,000 mile Town Car go up for sale. You're going to see this Town Car go up for sale, and I'm going to pre-warn you, I got like 5 other Town Cars that all just showed up. I don't know, I'm on a town car kick or what, but I got town cars coming out of every orifice of my shop. But I also do have the rest of the yard sale cars coming up. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because the yard sale cars are priced to sell. Usually at cost, like I said, just to clear house. And now that I got all these town cars here, I really do have to clear house. So let's get in to taking a look at this 2009, and we're gonna take it for a spin after we do our walk around. And I'll let you know what I think about this beautiful town car. And here she is, 2009 Lincoln Town Car. This is the newest Signature L. Well, this is the newest long wheelbase town car that I've ever had. I've had a lot of 03, 04, 05. I've never had a 2009, so I'm excited to have this. See the little differences with like the switch panels and stuff like that between the older ones. But this is a 2009 Signature L, so it does have the long extended rear back door. If you've been following me for long enough, you know how much I love these town cars and how much I love these rare long wheelbase cars, especially with low mileage like this one at 45,000 original miles. Beautiful silver car with a gray leather interior. You can see the chrome wheels, beautiful 17-inch chrome wheels wrapped in brand new Travel Star white wall tires. This is a really nice car. Like I said, 45,000 miles. The car was a one-owner car. It actually belonged to an assisted living facility out in Salt Lake City, and I bought the car and shipped it all the way out here from Salt Lake City, and the car cleaned up so beautifully. We went through it, Papa Bear and I serviced the heck out of this thing. Brakes, tires, shocks in the front, shocks in the rear. We went through it all the way around. It's getting harder and harder to find these cars, these low mileage, long wheelbase cars, because they're seeming to not exist. And every time I get one of these with low mileage, especially like this kind of low miles, I always say to myself, that's never going to happen again. That's never going to happen again. And I'm surprised sometimes, because here's another one. But they are getting very hard to find. Very hard to find. You can see on the front end, all the chrome is in really nice shape. I do have it running with the air conditioning on. It is hot as hot can be today. You can see the beautiful paint. I don't know if they call this like silver frost or what the technical silver term is, but we're going to go around the car. I'm going to show you a couple little nicks and chips. Then we'll take a look at the inside, and we'll take it for a spin. So let's start off on the front here. See a little bit of a chip right on the front edge of the front fender. We'll come around this way with these stainless wheel opening moldings. Chrome wheels are in nice shape. There's a few spots where you can see a little bit of chrome peel there. Oddly, that looks like just about the only spot. Brand new Travel Star white walls, 225 60 17. You come down the door here. It's in really nice shape. Thin black pinstripe that was on the car before I got the car. Basically, this car, aside from the white walls, is how I got it. I did not put the chrome on the pillars, even though I usually do, and I didn't put the wheel opening moldings on, which I sometimes do. So this is how I got this car. You can see here, windshield is in nice shape. I'm up over the roof. Down the quarter, you can see the L to signify the long wheelbase. And really, the easiest way to spot these long wheelbase cars is right here in this quarter window. The door is obviously naturally longer, but the quarter windows on these long wheelbase cars are as big as you see them, where the other ones are like just maybe half that size. I believe they also stretch the rear glass, but the quarter window is the biggest giveaway. I'll come down the side here. Little 2 chips right there in the paint. Come down here, 1, 2, 3 chips right there. A couple various small ones right there. Another brand new white wall tire. You know, it's funny, I got this car in without white walls. It had black walls on it. It needed tires anyways. But it's funny what just a set of white walls will do to change the look of one of these town cars. Come around the back here. Tail lights are in nice shape. It's got a little bit of a scratch right there, a little chip. A couple little various ones throughout this upper panel here. Now, like I said, this car belonged to a assisted living facility. It wasn't a livery car, you know, where it was used going to the airport and stuff like that. You know, it was used by the same care facility, so I'm sure they put wheelchairs in and out of the trunk, and that's why you see some scratches here, you know, and then the little chips on the top of the trunk, or the rear bumper here. Deck lid is in really nice shape. Paint shines really nicely there. All the chrome around here is in real nice shape. A couple very little tiny wrinkles right there, but overall it shows real nice. Tail lights are in nice shape. Got another shaded for you here. Well, I guess you can see it better that way. Scratch right there in the bumper on the corner. Rear glass shows well. Up over the roof. Come down this side, another chrome wheel there. That one is in real nice shape. Does have a few minor little, just very light chips. A couple series of those. Oh, I am sweating like a pig in a blanket. Little chip of the stripe missing there. Side here, a little bit of a small scratch there. A couple little scratches in that door. No dents or anything like that. You know, with a windshield, nice and clean. Up to this front wheel here. This one does show a few little small spots in some of the pockets randomly of a little bit of corrosion. Headlights crystal clear. Does have a scratch in the corner there. All the grille is in nice shape. Stand-up hood ornament. Hood shows really well. And lastly, a couple of little chips right there, but there's like a, I don't know if they bumped up into something here, but you can see a little faint line, like a little impression in the bumper. This car shows so well. The silver just gleams in the sun. Let's take a look at the inside. All right, inside this beautiful silver town car, beautiful gray leather interior. It's kind of like a stone gray color, kind of a, I don't know, average gray, I guess. All the wood trimmings, the gold anodized trim. When I was referring to like the differences in the switch panels, you can see here the switches are different than the style on the older ones. Why they changed that, I have absolutely no idea. But it's laid out just like all the other ones. Your fuel door, your trunk popper here, your heated seats, dual power seats and stuff like that. Come around here, show you the wide angle. Beautiful leather interior. Shows minor creasing, nothing too crazy. With the Lincoln star embroidered on the back of the rear of the seat there. Beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel. All the the audio controls, the cruise control buttons are there. Your headlights, your power foot pedals, traction control. Carpeting is nice and clean. Take a look inside the jam. Now this is why I like these long wheelbase town cars so much. These back doors just open up to, like, I would say almost 90 degrees. Very close to it. It's a nice wide door, easy entry and exit. And that's why these cars were loved by livery companies and, in this case, assisted living facilities, because people can get in and out of the back of these cars so easily. You know, and they were just such simple cars. You have a little ashtray or whatever in there. Surprisingly, it does have a cigarette lighter. A little map pocket for whatever, umbrellas or whatever you might put in there. Door pull there. Yeah. Jam is nice and clean. And then in the back of these cars, they have like the designer series. You have the articulating headrests on both sides. Then you have these overhead vanity mirrors, both sides. Leather interior in the back as well, nice and soft. Map pockets. This is where all your space is in your floorboard here. Little storage with two charging ports, little tissue dispenser. This controls the radio, fan, temperature. You can also control the seat forward and back. Has a little cup holder here, flip out cup holder. Go around to the other side. Again, big 90-degree open. Side there is nice and clean. Little pop open ashtray. A little bit of gold plating flaking off this handle here. Does have rear heated seats on both sides, so front and rear heated seats. From that side, again, another vanity mirrors. All the old ladies could put their makeup on. Leather on this side here, you can see a little scratch there, and then a series of scratches there. And then right on this center arm cup holder is kind of scratched up. The unfortunate thing with this is because they put this cup holder here, it's hard, so it doesn't squeeze or you know, it's not plush like the rest of the seat. So I'm assuming by maybe putting a wheelchair or a walker or something in here, probably ding that up. Same with inside this pocket. I don't know what they stored in here, whether it was a giant roll of paper towels or something, but it kind of stretched it out. You can see that the elastic in here is kind of stretched. Not horrible. You know, it might kind of tighten up now that it's not in there, but that's those vanity mirrors. Those are for the long wheelbase cars only. Whew. Dive up into the front seat here. Have the switch plates. This handle here is actually wrinkling pretty bad. I don't know what does this. I've never seen this before, but I do have a new handle coming for this side on the front here. That I don't have yet, but I wasn't gonna hold the car up for pictures just over something as little as that, so that will be fixed. Sill plate, as I mentioned. Door jamb shows nice and clean. Interior leather is in nice shape. I think I've showed you this before. Dual flip open, and then this guy is your cup holder. Right there. Carpet shows nice. All right, let's jump behind the wheel, and I'll show you what it's all about in the cockpit. All right, behind the wheel of the 09 Signature L, I'm going to show you what I got for books and keys. I have one original key and remote, and then a valet key here. Let's start this one up. I'll turn this air down just a little bit. Mileage is 45,419. Like I said, I do have all the books and stuff here. The original keyless entry door, key code, nice beautiful wood steering wheel. Let's pop the trunk, and I'll pop the hood, and actually I'm gonna bring the key to show you this neat feature. You push the trunk button twice, and it activates the power opening and closing trunk. Nice feature on these cars. Again, twice, pops it open. Inside the trunk, you can see a lot of nice space here. I do have the original long wheelbase floor mats, front and rear, with the little Lincoln emblems in them, both sides. A little bit of soiling on the driver's side, nothing too crazy. Passenger looks good, and the one on this side, it looks good as well. Your spare tire is quarter mounted. Try that one more time. And then it also has the power pull down, so you saw it right there. We'll pop it. We're gonna close it. Normally, you can still close it normally, but sucks it right down there. Pop the hood on this one. Like my last one, like all these, right in the middle there, you lift that up, and there reveals your big 4.6 liter V8. Real clean under here. You know, all the fluids topped off. Like I said, fresh. Did a fresh oil change. Front struts. Whole strut assembly. Front struts. Upper control arms on both sides. I did that on both sides. The heat is getting to me here. Let me start that over again. Fresh oil change. 2 front struts. Front pads and rotors on both sides. Both side front upper control arms. You move to the back. I did rear shocks on both sides. Monroe all the way around, by the way. Rear pads and rotors. I did do rear air suspension airbags as well. That I did do on this car. You know, obviously had the car detailed up nice, and the car shows really, really well. These town cars show whether they were abused or well kept. And at 45,000 miles, you have to expect this one to be a pretty well kept car. Even though the car was used by an assisted living facility, they really didn't go far with it. I don't know what there is out in Salt Lake City to do, but I'm sure this car brought little old ladies to their doctor's appointments and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe to pick up people at the airport, who knows. All right, let's take this one out on the road and get this 2009 town car out where she really loves to cruise. We'll take it up on the highway. I love how these town cars are like the last, really these are the last of the Mohicans. I mean, these are the last big, full-size town car, you know, body-on-frame, rear-wheel drive cars that will give you the ride, the fuel economy that these big V8s put out are great, but they give you this phenomenal ride that really can't be duplicated today. It's kind of too bad, really. We've lowered our standards to that. Jeeps and, you know, Kia Optimas and, you know, crossovers. When this was kind of like, I don't know, this was how every car was. Now this is like the newest, most modern version. A lot of people say, you know, the people that don't get town cars or Panther platform, you know, that love for them, you know, they think these are dated dinosaurs, and I guess they are. But us guys who love these dated dinosaurs, or women or whoever, we love them for a reason, and this is why. Smooth as glass. Now these town cars are so underrated because, you know, with highway driving, you take this car up and down the highway on a, you know, if you're an over-the-road businessman or something like that, you get great gas mileage. It's such a big, comfortable, body-on-frame V8. It's not a rocket ship. It's not a torque monster. I mean, it will get up and go. You know, it's a V8. but it's a smaller V8 for, I think, you know, what people, you know, were used to back in the 70s. You know, it's no 500 cubic inch V8 or 472, but these 4.6s do what they have to do. They get up and go, and they just drive so well, you know, really isolating you from the road. And like I said, this car just went through full service. When I got this car in, you know, I pretty much do almost the same thing to almost all these town cars. Some of them need, you know, the normal checklist. Others have already had it done. But with low mileage like this, you know, it's hit or miss whether struts have been done and stuff like that. And a lot of people I see ask in the comments, like, well, why would you put struts in a 40 or 50,000 mile car? You know, don't forget the car is 10, 15 years old already. Struts will wear out just sitting there. And these, especially these big heavy cars, I've seen the struts in the front of these cars go out, you know, on a lot of low mileage cars. But it's one of those things that you don't really realize as it progressively gets worse. You know, like a wheel bearing or something, you get that humming noise. Like when struts wear out, you don't realize it because you just gradually get used to it. But I've driven so many of these cars that as soon as I get into one, I can tell, like, oh yeah, this is gonna need front struts or brakes or, you know, whatever. When you deal with as many of these town cars as I do, you become quite used to how they feel and how they're supposed to feel. So this one got it all. I'll just recap. I think I mentioned before, but fresh oil change, front pads, rotors, front strut assemblies, Monroe front struts, Moog upper control arms on both sides, new rear R0 air suspension in the back, new pads and rotors, new Monroe rear shocks in this car. So it rides like a new town car is supposed to. It feels like a new town car. The brakes don't pulsate. They're all brand new. Pads, rotors, all the caliper slides have been greased. It's ready to go. It's ready for its next owner. 45,000 miles. You'll be the second owner of this car. If you have any questions, my name is Anthony, 978-930-1004. You can get me on that phone number pretty much anytime. You can also check me out on Instagram, Specialty Motor Cars NH. Facebook, I put a lot of sneak peeks and stuff like that. The cars that I have up and coming, I'll always get pictures on my Instagram and Facebook, so definitely check me out there if you want. I'll pull the doors off this guy. We had a little bit of a head start, but I have to merge over anyways. My hot rod Lincoln, yeah. That's where I always post my sneak peeks of cars coming up. Cars that I just got in, and I got a lot of nice stuff coming in. Price on this town car is going to be $18,995. And if you need any help shipping, I'm located here in southern New Hampshire, Pelham, New Hampshire, actually, right on the Mass border. But I can help get this car delivered right to your door. I ship this car in from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I can ship it wherever you need it to go. So just give me a call if you need a quote or something. Shoot me a text with your zip code, and I'll try to get you a text back pretty quickly with an approximate cost to ship the car. Again, my name is Anthony, 978-930-1004. I totally appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for all the love, support. Me and Papa Bear and I, to be proper. And like I said, I got some town cars ahead. This is the only L though, so if you're looking for a long wheelbase, act quick on this one because this is the only L I have. The others are all regular town cars. 978-930-1004. We'll talk to you soon.